What it do, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought it'd be really cool to talk about my top drawer section on my desk. This is my section where I have a kind of smaller curated collection of products that if I need to sit down and just push out a makeup look really quickly, I will reach for these particular products. Now, I tend to see these a lot in YouTubers or just anybody who has a bigger collection, and I do have a bigger collection, if you will. So that is the thing. You're just going to see a more honed in category or grouping of products that I really love and I know will not do me dirty in the thick of things. So if you are interested, let's just go ahead and get into it. Alrighty, so I have these kind of just thrown in their respective organization, and I'm just gonna pull them out as we go. I'm gonna do drawer by drawer, and there's really only one drawer that I have kind of non-eyeshadow type products and non-lip products. So we're gonna start with that drawer and then we will kind of slowly morph up. If you are interested in what's going on in my face, I will have a link down below. It is a deep dive into Half Caked makeup. This is the final makeup look of that whole video. So at the very end. Okay, so I'm gonna try to group all the types of products together, but in reality, there's not a lot of duplication in this particular drawer. There's not a lot of duplications, mainly because there's not a lot of space. But let's dive in because I'm seeing some old favorites that I kind of want to do a full face. So first things first is my CL Tint and Perfect SPF 50, and this is in 10 medium rich. This was my #1 foundation of last year, and it's so beautiful, so skin-like. Medium coverage, perfect shade match. I absolutely adore this foundation, which is why I have it up top. I definitely think that this is a great kind of no fuss, no muss. It doesn't give too much coverage, and I love the SPF aspect of it. So in the event that I forget SPF or I just need additional SPF, this is a foundation that I reach for, and I don't find that it has any flashback reaction even though it has SPF. I also have one of my favorite concealers, and this is the Best Skin Ever concealer from Sephora brand. This is in the shade 50N. To me, Sephora brand's concealers really are an unspoken secret, but they are a gem. They're so good. This is the second concealer I had from them. The first one I finished, and you know, they tend to have a lot of products, so it does personally take me quite some time to finish these concealers, but I absolutely love these. This is once again a medium type coverage, a skin-like finish. Absolutely great. Highly recommend both of those in case you want to have my favorite kind of base foundation concealer. Those are definitely two up there when it comes to those favorites in those categories. Those are it for those products. I do have another concealer that I think at one point was in a project pan that I just conveniently have forgotten is in a project pan. And this is my Rim concealer in the pot. This is in the shade Deep 8N. I don't know how long this is going to actually be in my collection. The quantity of use that I've had for this has been very low. I just don't reach for it. I really don't. Let me see. It's not gone bad, which is good. I think I need to figure out a better use for this. Maybe even use it as an eyeshadow primer because I don't use it as a concealer. I do remember that this is one of those shades that works perfect for me if I don't have a foundation. I can kind of conceal specific blemishes. So I definitely want to take this out of this drawer because it was at the bottom and really get some more use out of it and see if I can actually put this in my routine as it is now. Either if I put it in my project pan drawer or just use it on my non-project pan makeup wearing days. I just want to be able to use this in some way to get my use out of it. The one kind of cream bronzer type product that I have up here is my Made by Mario, or Makeup by Mario, if you will, dark cream. I think this is his contour. Yeah, this is his soft sculpting stick, but on my skin, this is actually warmer than my skin tone. I absolutely love this. This is like a powder finish, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I was reminded of this product when I went through and did my swatching of all of my cream bronzers and bronzers in general. I used to have one of the Rare Beauty cream bronzers in here as well. I just put it away, but this was one that I wanted to kind of get more use out of, and since that video I've definitely used it multiple times. So it's always good, in my opinion, to just take some time and just have like some makeup fun where you're just swatching and getting more use out of the products that you've already picked up. The one and only powder bronzer that I have in this drawer is this baby right here. This is my Wayne Goss Bronzer Duo in Deep. I talk about this a lot, and thanks to Khaki, I get a lot more use out of this. Basically, what I will do is I will use the warmer side for my actual bronzer, and I'll use the cooler side as a transition between my under eye powder and my blush, because I tend to bring my blush pretty high up. And also I tend to put a lot of blush on. And so that powder helps to merge the gap between the two. I absolutely love this duo. Would I recommend it? But I love it. I love it for what it is and because I have it. I also have these two liners. So I have one liner from Natasha Denona and one lip liner from Victoria Beckham. I actually don't need these to be in here. Clearly, I was not using these products, which is why they were at the bottom. This Natasha Denona liner I actually don't like. I find that it does not last in my waterline period. And this Victoria Beckham lip liner I find is a little hard. It hurts my lips a little bit. So those two are actually going to be taken out of this drawer, and that'll give me some more space for some things that I actually do enjoy. A majority of this drawer is cream blushes. I love me some cream blushes. And so I have two from Finding Ferdinand. They're both from Khaki's collaboration, the Summer Abroad one. So this is Spritz, and the other one is Macchiato. I want to get more from her previous collaborations, but they're no longer selling them like already pre-ordered, so you have to kind of customize it. I still have yet to reach out to the brand to ask them like what are the codes so that I can order them. I need to get that done, and now that I kind of have a connection with the brand, hopefully they'll be able to answer that easier for me. I also put a Phytosurgence cream blush in here, and this is in the shade Molten. This is actually a really good formula as well. All of these formulas are pretty similar. They all have a creamy finish until you get them on the face where they have like a powder finish. They have they're creamy in the pan. They're creamy in the pan, and then when you get them on a brush and then apply them to your face, they have like a more of a powder finish. I actually like that though in this context, so I'm not mad at it. And then the other two cream blushes that I have are from Half Caked, Half Magic. Goodness gracious. And you know, I love these blushes. I love them so much. I have three, all in these terribly dirty compacts. Eventually I'll push them to some other form of compact so it looks a little bit more presentable, but until then I'm just enjoying all of those products. And yeah, I'm actually really happy we're doing this because I'm organizing this little drawer a lot better. I have two highlighters, one cream, one powder. The cream highlighter that I have here is once again from Half Magic, and this is their Glitter Puck in the shade Dopamine Sparkle. I absolutely love this one. It's so interesting. It's such a unique formula. It feels like a gel when you touch it, but when you put it on, you can feel like a moisture on your skin, and then it just pretty much dries down immediately and you just get the sparkle running throughout your face. Absolutely love this one. It is a unique one, and for that I love it. Keeping it going with unique highlighters, I have this one, which is the Cleona Cosmetics and Emily Violet Marie collaboration in Tropicano. Absolutely love this. It's a multi-chrome highlighter, really smooth but beautiful and very out there, large and in charge. So very excited for that. And you know what? I have room. Now I will probably add at least my Rare Beauty cream bronzer in there, and I might add one more foundation, especially because I'm getting more foundations. I already know which one I'm probably going to put in here. I just haven't reviewed it yet for you guys. So I am really happy that we went through that, because now that section looks so much cleaner and I can actually see everything. I'm not gonna put this back in there. I think I'm gonna put this in my Project Pan drawer. Actually, I'm gonna put this with in my bathroom. I'm gonna see if I wear this more to work, because I don't want to wear, personally, I just don't want to wear a full face of makeup to work. And that could be enough coverage in conjunction with my Auric product that I feel satisfied. So that's really, really good. Okay, let's get into some lip products, and then beginning with some eyeshadows. So I have a handful of easy kind of reach lip products. One is this Glossier, what's the name of it? It is a hydrating shine and color, and this is in the shade Trench. It's a beautiful kind of nudie lip product, very easy reach. I can put a lip liner or not put a lip liner and it will still look great. So that was one. Next, I also put in my Velma lip gloss from Glamlight. This is an easy lip gloss that I know I can apply to any brownie nude on top, and it looks fantastic. I've gotten quite a bit of wear, that's why you can see the dent, and I just want to keep using it and potentially finish it. The last lip product I think that I have is this one from Huda Beauty, and this is Self-Made. I just recently finished her other lipstick and I wanted to go ahead and put this one in here. This is the formula that is the like satin finish. I really like this formula, but it is extremely messy. So I think I won't repurchase, even though I love the finish and the undertones and stuff. I just, the messiness of it for me is just a bit too much of a hassle. What is this? Oh, this is a primer. Oh, I'll put this in my drawer. This is a primer, a sample. I probably just put this in here to get use out of it, and clearly I've never gotten use out of it. So I'm gonna put this in. No, I don't want to put this there, because I don't want me to go reaching for my top drawer in a crisis, and no. So I'm just taking that out as well. Like I said, this is really good for me to be going through these products. So I have quite a few kind of single eyeshadows, and I have two from Victoria Beckham. One's in Tea Rose, the other one's in Honey. I tend to reach for Tea Rose a little bit more, but I think that having them both there, like the option, I really like. So these are her pressed kind of crushed shadows. I like them, but I understand why some people don't. I usually will reach for these when I only want to do like one shadow looks, and I'll just throw this right on top. And then the other one, like I said, is Honey, and this has a warmer undertone. It's a little bit more bronzy goldy. Like I said, I like them and I use them, but I understand why you wouldn't want to use them. One that I absolutely adore is this Auric Duo. So this is in the shade Defiance. I will reach for just this cream bottom sometimes, but I like the combination of both of them. This is a beautiful kind of whipped cream that you can apply. It has like a satin finish to it, but it's not overly like shimmery or anything like that. So you could easily wear that on like a no makeup look, and people might have to actually stop and think if you're wearing makeup. And then they have like this single eyeshadow top part. I usually only reach for this to put like an inner corner. I personally don't like to put it all over my lid. It's just a little bit too light for me, but I absolutely love the cream at the bottom of this duo. And the last thing in this drawer is just one of my cream shadows from Half Magic, and this is their Chroma Addiction in We Are Aliens. It's a green. The likelihood that I'm gonna reach for this on like a last minute resort is very, very low. So once again, I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and take this out. Great quality, great formula. It's just not one of those products that I'm actually going to reach for when I need something quick, because I tend to reach now for a very neutral aesthetic and vibe when I'm doing something last minute. Keeping on with the single eyeshadows, I have quite a few additionals, and yeah. Anyways, so the next one is the Natasha Denona shade 321M. Absolutely fantastic. I really like this. I have reached for this quite often. It's a really cute compact. I think I got this for free. I really like it, so I will continue to keep it in my collection. I also have this Kofi bronze brocade. Once again, this is like a whipped moussey type formula, similar to the bottom of the Auric. And this is a really cute product that I will reach for if I want just something to either be a very easy one and done look, or if I want like a creamy type base, I will reach for that as well. I have some stick single shadows. They're both from KVD Beauty. One is in Flash Storm 3.0 and the other one is Electro Bolt 2.0. I really like these shades. These shades are really nice, and these are really easy to apply directly onto your lid. You get a very interesting kind of foil duochrome effect, and I like them. I like them. I haven't bought any more, even though I thought I would, but I do enjoy them, and they are very nice to have for just like a quick one and done type look. The last kind of liquidy type eyeshadow I have in this drawer is this, and this is from About Face. It is one of their eye paints in Fractal, and this is one that I will reach for more for an inner corner. I don't tend to like this type of color on my lid, but as an inner corner pop with like a very kind of brown eyeshadow, absolutely stunning. Very stunning. So I do like to have that. I have this ColourPop Super Shock, and honestly, this is not a shade that I will reach for. It's quite, I haven't swatched anything. I'll keep it in this drawer, but I don't know. Actually, no, we'll just go ahead and take her out. We'll take her out now. I have two MAC shades though. These are both limited edition. They're no longer available. These are years old, and they were both in holiday. So this is Joy 2. Very pretty duochrome effect. And this was my favorite. This is Major Win. Very pretty. So definitely going to continue to keep those. Those are really good for like a topper effect. You're really not going to get an opaque color from those. And I'm just reorganizing my little drawers here because I have room for more stuff. This is a shade that I put here. I don't really actually use this. This is a shimmer shade from Natasha Denona, and it's in 577 Skin. Not a shade that I will actually use or I have used, but I will put it up here and I'll give it like a little bit more time. Maybe it was just the fact that it was under another palette that I reached for more. And that said, now I have just a bunch of mini palettes that I like. So I have the Natasha Denona Biba palette, which I've reached for countless times to do a full eyeshadow look that I enjoy with it. And this is an easy travel with palette. Absolutely adore that. I have the Rowan 1111 quad, which does not dry down. It is full of all creams, but they're beautiful. This is my favorite shade, this greeny tone. I find that when I blend it out on my skin tone, it just looks very much skin native than any of the other colors on my skin. I also have a kind of custom palette that I made from Inglot Shadows, and I really only reach for this black, but I don't really reach for this very often. So I think once again, this is going to go ahead and get kicked out of my top drawer. This is my Tom Ford quad. I only have one, and this is the Forbidden Pink. This is really pretty. In the event that I want something more pinky, I will reach for this. The formulas in here are so beautiful. I mean, it was obscenely expensive, and I got it on sale because I got it at a cosmetic retailer, like a discount retailer. But it's so beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then the last eyeshadow palette that I have in this organization is this palette from Kaleidos, and this is their Cold Brew quad. I want to say I really like this quad as well, and I do get a lot of use out of it, especially that dark brown. That dark brown really gets me every time. And I lied. I said I didn't have any more eyeshadow palettes, but I have two that like aren't in any drawers because they're too big. I might try to see if I can somehow get them to fit now that I've kind of reorganized. But the two that I have is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. I absolutely love this palette. I love the combination of creams and powders, and I love the undertones, the versatility. I've gotten so much use out of this, and I will reach for this to do a very quick and dirty look, but I will also reach for my Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. And I know now that I'm looking at it, it does quite literally look very cool tone, but it works. It works for me. I absolutely love it. I think I do tend to reach for the more warmer tones in this palette, which is why I'm considering picking up the I Need a Warm palette, but I don't need that now. So that's my top drawer. Everything else that's on my desk is project pan or just kind of like essentials, right? You have like brow products and stuff, and like nobody cares to go through all that. So yeah, I really curate this top drawer significantly because I want to make sure that everything that is on this drawer I know will work great, and I will get the look that I envision getting when I kind of go to use it. So this was probably a quick video. I hope it was enjoying for you guys who took the time to watch it. If you did enjoy this video, please go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And with that said, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.